Lessingham and welcome to Illuminez TV. Today I'm going to talk about one of the 3 things that you must do every day if you want to maintain your health and wellness. Now this was inspired by a seminar that I went to the other week run by Gwinganna, which is an amazing health retreat on the Gold Coast hinterland right here in Queensland, Australia. Sharon Kolker, the General Manager of Gwinganna, and Carl Ostrowski, their resident exercise physiologist, spoke about the 3 things that you must do every day if you want to keep healthy and fit. Now, I was already familiar with these 3 things, but I wasn't aware of how vital they are to your health and well-being. So over the next 3 weeks, I want to share this information with you. So the very first one is, and here we go, big drum roll, it's the Asian squat. Now, most of you will be quite familiar with squatting. You know, it's what we do every time when you get in and out of a chair. And if you're a gym junkie, I'm sure you'll be all over this. However, what I'm sure that you don't know, and because I didn't know this either, was that we should be doing a full range of motion squat with our bottoms right to the ground. Have a look at this picture. This is an everyday occurrence in Asia where people just naturally squat to chat to friends. You know, they're waiting in a queue, they could be sweeping the floor, eating, cooking, and even going to the toilet. In fact, I think that's the way they go to the toilet most of the time. Now, squatting like this is full of really great benefits to your body. In this position, your internal organs are gently massaged, synovial fluid is activated in your hip and your knee joints, which keeps them healthy. Your core is switched on, and it also helps to decompress your spine, which has a huge pressure put on it by us sitting all day in chairs. Another great benefit, which I'm going to mention, even though it's pretty hard for us to action this in the Western world, is how it helps you to go to the toilet. Now, a bit of a warning here, before I launch into any detail, I am going to talk quite frankly about going to the loo. So if you don't want to listen to this bit, just fast forward now. Now, when you do the Asian squat, you are putting your body in the ideal position to evacuate anything from your bowel. The place at where your rectum joins the anal canal has a bend in it to ensure that things don't leak out when you kind of don't want them to. Now, when you sit on the toilet, the angle of this bend is on average about 92 degrees, and it's a bit like having a kink in a hose, causing you to have to strain to empty your bowels. However, when you do the Asian squat, this bend opens up to nearly 180 degrees, making the pathway straight and allowing for the easy passing of a number 2. So ideally we should be copying our Asian neighbours and squatting to go to the toilet. But as this is not going to happen, the next best thing is to at least do the Asian squat on a daily basis to reap all the other great benefits that I spoke about. Carl from Gwinganna said that he has got to the point where he can comfortably squat for about 20 minutes whilst eating his breakfast each morning. So if you can do the Asian squat with no problems, your challenge is to build up to that 20 minutes a day. But if you're like me and you have no chance of squatting flat-footed on the floor, then you need to keep listening so that you can learn how to do it. Now, this is a photo of my son James. Notice that his feet are flat on the floor and quite wide apart, and that he's not balancing on the balls of his feet, just like you saw me doing before. By doing this, the weight of his body is distributed evenly through his feet, giving him a great stable base to relax on. Notice too that his chest is upright and his back is fairly flat. I'm not sure of the exact reason why I can't squat, but it can be any number of these things. Shortened hip flexors and weak glutes, which are your bum muscles, from sitting in a chair all day, poor ankle flexion, weak abdominal muscles, weak hamstrings, glutes and back muscles, which are usually characterized by strong and dominant quadriceps, causing an imbalance in your body. Now, any one of these things can prohibit you from being able to do the Asian squat. So if you're like me and you can't do it, then your new adventure for the week is learning how to do it. I'm going to show you how you can cheat your way into do it first off, which hopefully then over time will transfer to you being able to do it properly. Before you give it a try, always make sure that you have warmed up first. Your muscles are like elastic bands, tight and inflexible when cold, and more flexible when warm. So, are you ready to have a look to see how you can cheat your way into doing it? Let's have a go. I'm going to squat down with my bottom sticking right out. I'm going to make sure that I've got my weight distributed evenly across my whole foot. So here we go. Bottom out as I go down, chest up. I can only get to about here before my heels want to lift up, so I've got to grab hold of the chair slowly lower myself down, and here I am in the squat position. Now what you need to do is try and maintain this for about 1 minute and do it twice a day, every single day until you can do it all by yourself and undo all of those years of sitting in a chair. I am absolutely determined to get this Asian squat down pat. So stay tuned for the day that I post the video where I can do it without having to hold on to anything. If you loved this video, please sign up to Illuminez TV, share it with your friends, pop on over to my website where there's some other great stuff. It's illuminez.com.au. Sign up for my weekly emails so you can be the first one to receive these videos in your inbox. So your new adventure is to try and do this every single day, twice a day, and eventually you'll be able to do it without letting go of anything, which if I let go, you're going to see what's going to happen. I topple right back. So guys, looking forward to seeing you next week for the second great thing that you need to do to help to maintain your health and wellness. On the Gold Coast, hinterland in Australia, I went to a really good seminar in Brisbane. Run by a health retreat called Gwingana, which is located on the hinterland in Queensland. Oh, it's not. Gwingana, which is located on the Gold Coast hinterland in Australia, Queensland. No.
In Queensland, Australia.
Hello, I'm Claire Massingham and welcome to Illuminez TV. Recently, stop it!
It's like bloopers.
Who is the resident exercise physiologist, spoke about the 3 things you must do to maintain your health and well-being. Stop it! Oh, I can't do it! And I got that right!
I got the giggles.